What's up, nerds? Welcome to another episode of Nerdy Entertainment Syndicate. Today we're actually coming from our new job over at the Daily Bugle. Apparently nobody around to run the place and nobody to take photographs.
No, you know what? I also forgot my press pass at home. Hopefully JJ doesn't fire me.
Well, that's the thing. Nobody's around anymore. So I guess that's why we got hired on. So easy to get on.
Oh, that's right. They've got more online content.
You see how it's so quiet now?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody yelling for photographs or stuff thrown in the office.
Nope. R.I.P.
Gotta
So
find-
what's up, Drew? This is Los. How you doing, man?
Not much. It's been a pretty quiet week on the news front. Although today it's been a very busy news day on video game news.
Of course, because
we
we do
got
have E3 going on.
E3, where I wish we could be.
Well, I mean, you can. You gotta be a journalist, so you gotta have credentials and $1,000, I believe.
We can work that.
Yeah, sure.
We can do that.
Yeah. It's my second wallet.
We're considered press now. We're on
Yeah.
YouTube, right?
Yeah, I'm a blogger, so we're professionals.
This is a microphone. I can pass as press.
I think that's what everybody does. Oh, I'm a blogger, so I'm a professional now.
I'm a vlogger. We have video
There you
content.
go, vlogger.
We have video content.
So how was your week, Drew?
Pretty cool. Pretty chill. All I did was see on the board there what I've done is read, watched, and played. I've just been doing a bunch of reading, watching, and playing video games.
All I've done was work, and work,
Oh, I threw that in there too, but
and work. Those night shifts, man.
they wear on you. It takes you a while to get used to.
It does. It not only does it wear on you, it's the time off you have. You want to do stuff, but your
But
body
you're
just
too
can't
tired.
respond. Yeah.
It took me 5 months to get used to a night shift that I was on for 3 years. So.
Yep. And what's worse is that my shifts aren't consistent, so it's hard for me to adapt.
That's the bad thing with part-timers
Mhm.
and picking up night shifts is you don't get used to it. You don't adapt to it because you're not on all the time.
No, and I just can't. I don't know how long I'm going to continue this. I mean, the pay is amazing, but geez, man, I'm not productive at all.
It's rough, huh?
It is. But anyways, so what do you got on the board for today?
What do you want to start with? A lot of video game stuff.
Yeah, let's start with E3. So for those of you who don't know, it's the Electronic Entertainment Expo.
Yeah, because of the
E3.
three
E's.
letter E's in
Yeah.
the E3.
So yesterday, I believe it was Ubisoft gave a lot of news.
Did it start yet? I think it's all today, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought it was Sunday.
I don't even know. We should
But
probably
anyways,
do more research on this.
news been popping out from there. We saw a lot of game trailers, a lot of glimpses.
Yeah, you're right. It was yesterday because E3 stuff came out yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Or not, I'm sorry, E3 EA stuff, Electronic Arts.
Yep. So there was a trailer he sent me that was amazing. Do you want to say what it was?
I don't even know which one. How many? I sent you a bunch of stuff.
Let's see, the game you wanted to play last week that you brought it home. You brought it with here, but I didn't have the fight sticks to go with the PS4 or the PS3.
Oh, Injustice. Okay, yeah. We talked actually about the leak of just the poster, and then after we recorded our podcast, like the next day or two, the actual trailer dropped.
Yeah, there was a CGI trailer. We should always say that. Why can't they? If they can do this with a trailer, why can't they make a movie on CGI?
I've said that since the DC Universe Online. That
right?
was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen.
So the CGI
intro.
trailer though they had was the Flash fighting Superman, followed by Batman, and God was that amazing.
It's really cool because then they introduced Supergirl as one of the characters. Just a quick little trailer, like a minute long, showed cool, like they're fighting each other, and then
upgrades,
armor upgrades. Like they're armored now. It's pretty cool. But then the following day, Saturday or yesterday,
they
whatever it was,
showed
game footage and they showed.
It looked like it was their finishing moves, you know.
A lot of those special moves that they do.
Yeah.
But they showed Gorilla Grodd. He's one of the characters now. Again,
Aquaman, was he?
Aquaman. They showed some Supergirl stuff. They showed who's that Red Lantern? Atrocious, yeah. Atrocicus or something. They showed him. He's one of the.
Yeah, he's a Red Lantern.
He's one of the characters on there. So I'm really excited to see more that comes out of this. Like more. I've been really now in the mood to play it more, especially because I've went back. And one of the things I've read was just I went through Volume 1 of Injustice.
God, I can't wait to it. I'm in Volume 5 or Year 5, I should say. Issue 25.
So it's still going good?
It's
going strong?
Still amazing, man.
Really?
God, it just holds you, and it's ending this year, so.
Wow, yeah, because this Volume 1 because I read Volume 1 of Year 1 of 2 volumes per year, and once I binged through it, and it's like so many characters are getting killed off, and it's like because this is not continuity
No, no, no. This
with the
is
rest of the
Earth,
stuff. So this is
whatever you want to
just
call it, Earth 50, 50.
hey, it's
if you
amazing
want.
stuff, dude. Because like I'm reading it and I'm like I'm on Superman's side, but then like
Are
the
you on
next
Superman's
no,
side?
but that's the thing. The next panel, I'm like, yeah, but yeah, I'm on Batman's side, and like Superman's. I could see what he's doing is good, but he can't be doing that or go as far as he's going. But and then again, I'm like back and
See,
forth with this.
I,
And this is just year one that I'm on.
from the get go, I was on Batman's side, and only because spoilers in case people haven't read that, because I don't think the end will justify the means. Because I mean, I don't think so at all. Either you're full on bad, or you're full on good. The Punisher has never said he's himself as a good guy.
Well, that's the thing with this storyline. Superman has he's crossed the line.
He's
the main
jumped the line. He's erased the line. What line?
the main idea of what he wanted to do, I understand, and I'm for, because even at the first couple of pages of volume one, and it hurts, but like the whole thing about Batman let the Joker live, and how many lives has Joker taken because Batman just won't cross that line.
True, but then it's not like Batman said. It's not his.
Yeah, it's not
his say.
It's not your judgment to make, and it's not mine to make either. But like at the same time, I could see like if Batman could have done this, I mean, the casualties of Metropolis being destroyed and Lois and Superman's baby is like.
And it goes back to what? So does Superman only care when it involves someone he cares about?
There you go. See, that's where like.
So he becomes a hypocrite.
When
what about all the other times that he could have, stopped the Joker, when he could have stopped Lex, when he could have stopped, and so forth. He was he's known as the Boy Scout.
The Boy Scout.
So
But he's not anymore.
No,
Not in this
not.
world. This is amazing read.
And it's funny because the way he snapped hints to the way of Old Man Logan. Like they took a chapter from Old Man Logan, where it made it even more personal because it was.
Oh, with the whole like kind of mind.
Spoilers. Yeah. He thought he was fighting
Doomsday. Yeah.
But it was actually fighting Lois.
He took Lois up into space thinking he was
killing Doom.
Killing Doomsday, and ends up killing Lois.
And then he was under the influence of the Joker serum, or
it was both Scarecrow's gas, the fear gas, and
which has always been in the original take. Joker got a hand on the Scarecrow's gas, and he manipulated it to his own. But anyways, like
it's
I said,
just been amazing.
It takes from Old Man Logan. It made it very personal because it was you who killed him.
Yeah.
So
it's been an awesome story so far.
It set it off, so you guys can only imagine.
Year one has been just an amazing story so far, so I'm really excited to get on through it. But I've really been wanting to play the game. I was even considering going to GameStop right now, buying a $20 copy so we can play here on the PS4, because you don't have the PS3.
There's a PS4 version of this? I didn't know that.
They just like remastered it for the.
Oh, I didn't know that. Now we'll wait for the Justice 2, man.
You gotta hook up your PS3 so we could play though.
Drew very gun ho for this game.
It looks awesome though, but like the gameplay trailer, that little sneak peek and stuff, and like really excited to see what more characters are gonna be.
So it's only gonna get better with the more they leak. Another good trailer the trailer already came out. Not sure, a couple weeks ago was Battlefield 1.
That one was awesome.
Now they released more of it.
That looks.
My God, it's buying it. I'm gonna dedicate hours onto this.
I love what they can do with these new next gen consoles, the new gen consoles.
And it's funny because people are getting tired of the whole Call of Duty just rehashed. Slap a different title, slap different images.
Wasn't there some sort of outrage or nerd rage from the new reveal for the next upcoming Call of Duty?
Well, the rage is that all it is just a rehash. They slap a title, and they regurgitate it here, $60, and then DLC is like, oh, okay, DLC is another $60. So you're buying two games. And
nowadays
DLC,
with the new, they're
and it's crap. The DLC is a couple maps, and that counts as DLC.
Yeah, that price.
That's garbage, man.
That price point on that has kept me from buying the DLC from the Black Ops 3, and I love zombies, and I only have the one zombie map.
Yeah, so the only DLCs I ever bought were only for the zombies, and because
I'm
addicted to the zombie stuff. But I have never bought DLC just for the extra content because it's not It's not worth it, honestly.
The regular multiplayer Call of Duty stuff I haven't played in a long time. I've only stuck with zombies, But yeah, having a $50 price tag on the DLC is like, I don't know if that's worth just 4 different zombie maps.
No, it really isn't. And I've only bought it because it's a guilty pleasure. But
Yeah.
anything else though, I'm not gonna buy it. So and honestly, I've stopped playing the Call of Duty because it's just so rehashed.
Yeah, the last one, I haven't even finished the main campaign.
See, there you
So,
go.
But
Either way, we're excited for this Battlefield 1.
it looks amazing.
Showing all the old
and I like
planes and everything like that.
how it goes back to World War One days, or was it World War Two?
I believe this is going to be 2.
World War Two days and old school. Like, I've thought about that too. How come games should almost maybe every other year go back to the World War Two style or World War One? Because World at War is still an awesome game.
Wasn't amazing.
And
the
I
reason
like
it was a great game is because also I talked about this last podcast about how they make it so handicap level playing field where it doesn't take skill. It no longer takes skill to be good at it. You just can pick it up and play it.
Yeah.
Which kind of takes the fun away from it, from multiplayer.
That's led to a lot of what like Division and Overwatch have kind of banned, is like these people that are modding and cheating. That's kind of led to that.
Correct. Exactly.
To where these people are hacking the game to become overpowered, because there isn't that challenge as much anymore.
And the thing about Overwatch, although I don't have it, I do understand its gameplay, is that each player has his own set trait of skills that will help out. So its balance is to the fact that not only one character can do everything. Is you just gotta master a certain skill that can make you good, which is what I think Call of Duty is lacking now.
And what's cool about the Overwatch is you can not master a player. You can get good enough to like you're content with being part of a team, but then the dynamic and the balance of the gameplay changes because during the match you can change players, so that way you can swap to a different one to kind of even out the playing field and play the.
And it becomes, but like I said, it'll always be on you, skill wise. But these games are making it so my daughter can play it and be just as good.
More so the multiplayer, because a lot of the games, because of that, the evolution of the gameplay and gaming is gone more to the story content.
Correct.
So a lot of it is, like you had mentioned, a lot of it's on rails.
Yeah.
So much. There's still these open world games, but you still have like a main storyline kind of on rails. So there isn't that Super Mario, get to level 8-1 and then you die, start all the way back at the beginning type of thing.
Which is Dark Souls right there, man. But look how well it's done.
There is a good community for that, a good fan base for that one.
So
I don't fall into that one because I'm more of a faster gameplay. I like the story content and stuff like that. So,
but anyway, so they released that. They've released trailers for Telltale Games, Batman as well.
The Telltale, they just released some images and they have a cast listing of like who's some of the characters. Like Troy Baker's Batman this time.
Oh,
he's voicing Bruce Wayne Batman.
Yeah, and not Uncharted, but The Last of Us.
He was the main character in The Last of Us, Joel. He was a character in Uncharted 4 that just came out.
He's been Two-Face as well, I believe. Yep.
He was Two-Face in the Arkham games. He was the Joker in Origins.
Right.
And I think he's the Joker in the Lego games, Lego Batman games.
So he's getting some good roles here.
A lot of these images, it's just been images on the Telltale game, but I'm excited because that's another. Telltale is a good story telling
driven game.
Video game.
And they're going back to the way they do their games. It's cell shading, which it looks very comic book style. So I'm okay with that.
This one looks more comic book style, just like a clean panel, as opposed to the Walking Dead or the Borderlands one. And speaking of, they did release a trailer for Walking Dead Season 3, which is another series of games that I love. Have you played those?
On Steam? You know what I do need to get? Because I don't have a gaming PC or anything like that. Maybe a Steam box.
What is a Steam box?
Essentially, turn your TV into a portable, or not a portable, but a computer where you can play Steam games. So you get the Steam box, and you can connect a controller.
That's cool.
And then you can play off of it. So
nice.
That's what I need to get, because I have a Steam account with endless amount of games that I always end up buying when it has a Steam sale.
I've heard like there's a sale every other month and people just stock up like crazy.
Yeah, it's the summer Steam sale.
Okay.
But anyways,
have you played it? Have you played any of the Walking Dead ones?
No, but I have it.
I cried. It's another one where it's just like you play through because of the story and like because this is one of those where like you have those decisions that affect the game and the gameplay.
I love that. I love that.
And like you're playing it is like, and there's like a little
Because
like
your choices have actual real outcomes.
they do, and there's like a timer. You got to make this decision. And it's like I almost regret the decision I made at the end of season 2. Is like, oh, I can't believe I did that, and like, oh, how's this gonna go on? But I'm excited. That's gonna be exciting. Walking Dead season 3.
Which adds up to more playthroughs, right?
That's another thing too. You can do playthroughs, but then at the same time, it's hard for me to like choose one side over the other. Like
you stick with your guns, like, you know what, I chose
like
this side, I'm staying with this side.
yeah, with the Mass Effect games, you could choose like a good decision or a bad decision. It's like my natural instinct is I want to be the good guy, and I do what I think is the right thing type of stuff.
Right. So that's gonna be cool. I like I said, I need to play it. I have it. I just need to play it.
That's a great game too. Those like they come in seasons, and each season has maybe I think 8 chapters, and roughly about an hour and a half to 2 hours each chapter.
Okay. Also, Mass Effect Andromeda.
Mass Effect Andromeda is a new Mass Effect game that's coming out. There's like a little trailer behind the scenes kind of video that was released. It looks, again, going with what these new consoles can do.
Right.
It looks so freaking amazing.
And it's only going to get better because, you know, I guarantee you they haven't tapped into its full potential.
Oh, yeah.
Just like you can always compare the original Xbox or the Xbox 360, the first game that came out, and then the latter games that come out.
Yeah, it's the same with same with the PlayStations. I mean, The Last of Us was probably the last game to come out on there, and they used the PS3 to its full potential with that game.
And it looked great.
It looks amazing. But yeah, Mass Effect, it's a
and
whole
I've yet
new.
to still play that too.
That's another one. That one, that's a 30-hour game at least.
Jesus.
That's if you do like every little kind of thing in it, because you can probably play through the quick storyline. The first game I did in 10 hours.
Okay.
Because I just did main storyline, but I didn't realize at the end, once you pass this game, this isn't an open world type where you can go back and finish collecting things or little side missions. You're done. And it actually does. Same with
like Fallout.
I've never played the Fallout.
But yeah.
So in the same thing, like my decisions in game 1 affected game 2.
Really? That's
same
awesome.
with game 2 affected part 3.
Really?
So part 2 and 3, I spent the full, I think, 30 hours on each one.
That's actually pretty cool.
But they're amazing games. The characters that you know, like the team and the characters you play as. But this new Mass Effect is taking place, I think, more in the future. It's a different team, different ship and stuff. But it looks amazing. Looks absolutely amazing.
I gotta try that out.
I have the Mass Effects for the Xbox 360, so I'll bring those over whenever you want to binge on that.
Oh yeah, we gotta do a day where you bring your console, have 2 TVs, we'll just binge it.
We'd just be sitting there binging. You play one different game, and we kind of watch. Yeah. That'd be a new thing.
All right, I think that's pretty much it on games. I mean, there's still a ton of news coming out.
Yeah, this is day 2, I think it is. I showed you a trailer for the South Park game. That looks really. The trailer was funny.
That trailer was amazingly funny, especially because it's based on their comic book heroes
superhero
that they have
game.
in the South Park world, with the Coon, the top. I don't know what's his name. Not tabletop. Is it tabletop? Tupperware, Super Crag.
But the trailer alone was just hilarious because it's just making fun of Marvel and DC and like the Star Trek reboot, the DC burn.
Oh
that was funny.
So I'm excited for that game.
So you guys, if you want to see that, look up the fractured butthole.
Yeah.
The South Park fractured
butthole.
Hole. The fractured butthole game. There's just a trailer on that. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
What other? We saw something for Batman VR. It's going to be
virtual reality. All it was is just a teaser. There
Batman
was nothing.
Arkham VR. It's awesome. It has Mark Hamill.
It just showed his it showed the cowl, Batman's cowl, a close up of it with all these damage to it. With Mark
There's just
Hamill
shots of
talking over
shots of everything. Like you see the back of the cowl, like just a bunch of different angles, and you hear a voiceover of the Joker.
Yep. So Mark Hamill reprising the role again.
And this is only going to be on PlayStation VR. So now I'm like, now I got to get PlayStation VR.
Which I am going to get a VR set. I already have it saved, so I'm set.
I have no idea what this gameplay, because they didn't show nothing of gameplay or describe anything about it. But I'm all in. You know, it's Batman.
Oh, I know you are.
It's Batman. I'm all in.
But like I said, we'll have for sure even more next week.
Yeah, because
the full week.
Ubisoft came out with a lot of news, like a couple new games. They there was like a little behind the scenes of the movie Assassin's Creed.
Right.
We saw that. Um,
Titanfall 2.
Titanfall 2 coming out. More DLC for the Division.
God of War.
God of War 4.
It's gonna be endless. You know, we can dedicate maybe an episode to strictly E3 because it's so massive.
Yeah, we could
We'll
probably
do
do
that. We'll do that, guys. We'll dedicate an episode just on E3.
Right on.
All right. So moving on to movie news. I see you have written Wolverine 3 set pictures.
There was just some released pictures of the Wolverine 3 set. Nothing much as far as what we know as storyline or
Nope.
characters. All you show is Wolverine and the Professor X.
Looking as Old Man Logan though.
With the big bushy beard and gray hair.
And
And
the jacket, that brown jacket he has.
They also had like a little kid there with him too.
Right. So and where people are rumoring that's X-23.
Really? You think so?
Because just only because your picture is a little girl and you can see almost like a gunshot wound to her shirt.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, there's like a big old red dot. Like so, they're rumoring that could be X-23. So maybe Mr. Sinister will be in this movie as well.
Well,
So,
from what I remember, is
all
this
rumors.
this is taking place in the future.
Right.
Western is like the descriptions we've heard.
Well,
So
I'm thinking when they say Western, it's just gonna be like a shoot 'em up kind of deal. You know what I mean?
I'm thinking just maybe old desert west kind of apocalyptic type of world.
Mm-hmm.
But
Which is what Old Man Logan is.
I just thought of this now because thinking this how far in the future this is going to be set, and because if that is X-23, I guess that I could see that making sense because Apocalypse was in the 80s,
right.
and so where this timeline could be in the 2020s, 2030s.
Probably 2040s.
So-
no, not too far. Yeah, it could actually be 2040s.
Because I guess spoiler at the end of Apocalypse, that what is that company SX,
SX, yep.
and they take a vial of Wolverine's blood.
I believe it was Nathaniel Essex. That's
So-
Mr. Sinister's name.
So did they use that blood to make clones of Wolverine, right? And this
Sinister
is what-
gets his powers from other mutants, so...
And this is what becomes X-23, though,
Right,
correct?
right.
Okay.
So, could be that Mr. Sinister's trying to get Wolverine's powers.
So I'm wondering about just the timeline of it and if that girl could be X-23.
Could be, so... all rumors, so I'm already getting excited for this. So, but just set pictures, nothing else. Also, Michael Bendis, I'm a big fan. He had a big hand in Ultimate Spider-Man, in creating Jessica Jones, part of making the show as well as the show Powers, which
Uh-huh.
I asked you earlier if you've seen it. He's already in talks with Cinemax. They're going to be making a new TV show adaptation of his work for Scarlet. This comic book is described as kind of like Punisher meets Jessica Jones. It's centered around a female character who leads pretty much almost like a revolution against corruption and everything. So
Okay, I didn't hear about that. I saw the title Scarlet
Mhm.
Cinemax. So for some reason I just thought either Scarlet Witch or
Witch,
Scarlet, not Scarlett Johansson, but Scarlet Witch. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I thought so too. But it got me interesting. So next time I go to the shop, if I see that title, I'm gonna pick it up.
Because he's currently writing Civil War 2,
Yeah.
isn't he?
Mhm.
Brian Michael Bendis.
All right. So I gotta pick that up. I gotta see what it's all about and see if I'm actually excited for it or not.
And it's a new comic, right?
Yeah, it's a fairly new comic.
Okay.
So far, I mean, I'm indifferent. It's just news I'm giving it to you guys out there. See what you know. So if you guys read this or heard anything or seen anything, let me know.
Right on.
This I haven't seen. What you have next?
Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin Smith, I guess, wants to direct some Daredevil episodes and like Defenders episodes. So I guess he had a blast with the Flash. Wants to dip into more just directing this
And
superhero TV.
Not only that, and he became a fan of Daredevil. So,
He wasn't always a fan?
well, I mean, for the TV show, he helped write a couple Daredevils.
That's what I was
Yeah,
curious.
not a new fan, but
He's been a fan.
Yeah.
A huge fan.
But who knows, man? I haven't seen the episode he did.
The episode, well, that's the thing. He's just directing the episode. There's little flavors of Kevin Smith stuff because, well, at least in the Flash episode,
Corny jokes.
he had his buddy Jason Mewes in there, like a small little cameo, and almost what seemed like a dick joke, which is
Yeah, there
that's
you
his
go.
thing. It
Yeah.
almost seemed like it, but it kind of wasn't. But you could,
Yeah, like the
See,
little
it's like-
essence of Kevin Smith.
yeah. But yeah, he wants his hand in directing some Daredevil and possibly Defenders episodes,
That's
which is pretty
good,
cool.
Because I mean, it draws more name to that show. I mean, God, I need to buy the DVDs on this, which Netflix is doing now. They're selling the actual DVD sets.
Are they? I haven't seen that.
Yes. So that's great. I rather own. I want to own the hard copy.
So is
I might
like,
even get one for my dad.
so is like season 1 out, Daredevil?
Yes.
Already?
Yes.
How did that pass me by? I didn't even see that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. But yeah, I mean, it's cool because he's actually directing what's already been written by somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not for, I guess, Kevin Smith fans or people aware of Kevin Smith and that don't like him.
Right. It's just him guiding.
He can go either way in the
in
the nerd universe. Like people can hate him.
Right.
A lot of people like him. I'm a fan of his.
Because right now he's in fuck you mode. I'm doing what I want to do.
Well, he's always been an indie director.
Correct.
He's always been in. I'm making movies for me.
Correct.
Basically, he raised the money for Clerks, and he made a talkie black and white, indie film. So all his movies, other than Cop Out, which is a studio film with that one with Bruce Willis and Tracy Morgan, and he had a horrible experience with that. So he kind of
more so because of Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, yeah. So he kind of quit directing, went into the podcast universe, and he's huge in this now.
Yep.
And then
he needs to get back in writing.
He's kind of come back.
He's super busy.
Well, he's writing like some sort of hockey miniseries. He's
what about the Batman?
He's doing
his trilogy.
That's one thing too. This was mentioned 2 years ago that he was going to finish his trilogy of the Batman stories.
He said he was working on it, and he said he was going to finish it. He's like, oh my god, come on, man.
I've heard nothing since. We should probably tweet him or something. Like, get that story done.
Yeah.
But where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so he's written a lot of his own stuff. He has to keep him busy, and especially with this new Canadian horror trilogy that he's doing now with Tusk and Yoga Hosers. Have you seen the new trailer?
Yes.
It actually looks really good.
And then
I like
his third movie is the Moose, right?
It's gonna be Moose Jaws.
Yeah, Moose Jaws.
So he's doing his own thing, which is cool. I mean, he can still do that and do his own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to it. That'd be cool if I see his name on the Daredevil or Defenders
credits.
show.
Yep.
But a lot of people are, like, a few bits of news that come out this week is people want to do this or do that. Like Stephen Amell, Arrow, just came out that he wants to play the Riddler in the DC universe now, a movie.
I can't see that.
No.
I cannot. No, I'm sorry.
I like the guy. He's awesome on Arrow. He's cool.
He's good for Arrow.
And he's good on TV. There's a lot of actors that I've seen that, like, you fit better on TV. You know what I mean?
His brother was pretty good on that that little short he did.
Oh yeah, that
with
one
the mutant powers
superhero short we saw.
Yeah.
Was it something 8?
Yeah, Code 8.
Code 8 or something.
Like that, yeah.
We've talked about it on a previous episode. But I see him more suited for TV. He's good at what he does. Like, he was just Casey Jones in the Turtles movie, and I wasn't too thrilled with what he did with that.
Meh.
And then going along with somebody else, Norman Reedus just said he wants to do he'd be cool doing a Ghost Rider.
And he was asked about it because he's doing a what is it, a bike?
Yeah, like a
bike
cross country, like what do you call those shows? Reality show.
Yeah, correct. So and they mentioned him. Would you ever consider doing Ghost Rider? And he was, what do you say? I say, fuck yeah.
Yeah, he was down for it, and
he wants to do it. He's like, a skull in my face. Why not? Which is pretty cool. But I don't know, man. Nicolas Cage just killed it for me. Killed it, murdered it, buried it.
I can barely remember them. I'd never even finished the second one.
Man, it will just scar you.
I was disappointed because seeing the trailer for the second one from the guys who did the Crash movies, I was like, this is gonna be cool. Because of the action and special effects and just the craziness that was Crash, to Ghost Rider would fit really good. But I saw maybe 20 minutes of it, and it just for some reason I think because I was watching bootleg versions on the phone.
Nope.
I just never ended up finishing it.
Don't finish it.
Just disappointed.
Just garbage.
Really?
Garbage.
Worse than the first?
Just as bad.
Yeah.
So don't. But anyways, it was fun to hear.
Not even because it's so bad it's good.
No, not those. Not like a campy movie from the 80s that's so bad it's good.
So I have to put that in the pile with like Batman and Robin.
Yes.
Because I've still not seen more than half an hour of that movie.
Yeah, so I can watch Batman and Robin. I'm okay with it.
It hurts.
I'm okay with it. I'm indifferent.
It hurts, man.
But anyways, it was just a little fun tidbit news to hear that. He's a great actor. So miss him. I wish he could have been in that Guillermo del Toro and Kojima Silent Hill movie, or not movie, video game.
The video game, that would have been awesome. Man, what a loss.
Yep. Anyways,
What a loss.
I think that's pretty much it. Oh no. Also, I added up on the board. A lot of Russian people have protested the Civil War movie, the dub version.
I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, I guess because Spider-Man is dubbed by a kid who actually sounds like he's 10 years old. So people are complaining.
Huh?
They've had what is it called, a petition to change the voice actor.
Instead of a kid that sounds 16 years old?
I don't know. I mean, it's sold well, amazingly well, of course. So I don't foresee anything being done. But
That's weird.
We always talk about the fans are sometimes the worst of the fans are the loudest voice.
Yeah.
So, but whatever, it's just a little tidbit news on that.
That's weird. As opposed to, isn't the Winter Soldier a Russian villain?
They're
Or
okay,
he was, or what was it?
He's essentially just a weapon.
A Russian weapon, though, right?
Yeah.
So they're not protesting like, oh,
No, because
they're
Russia
painting us
they
in
do
a
that.
bad
So
light.
they're like, oh, that's normal. We always have weapons like that. That's real. But also, Suicide Squad finally got its rating.
Yeah, I would. What I was expecting.
PG-13. Mm-hmm. Maybe they'll do a rated R version.
Well,
like Superman.
I mean, it's already officially said that Part 2 is going to be rated R. When this whole rated R fiasco a couple months ago.
Thank you,
So,
Daredevil. Not Daredevil, Deadpool.
Deadpool.
But PG-13, cool. I mean, I'm still gonna see it. I mean, the trailers.
We already got our tickets.
I mean, yeah,
that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, so, just letting you guys know, PG-13. If you were on the fence on it or anything like that for whatever reason you are.
I personally don't know anybody or talk to anybody that I know that makes a difference too.
No, if anything is drawing in more people that have had glimpse of the Joker and Harley and everything from being kids, but never really devoted any more time to it. Actually coming back and hitting me up and stuff like that.
If anything, I just think general audiences, because it's in the news about it's PG-13 instead of rated R. It just maybe it's in the news. Oh, okay. No, it's kind of that's the only radar for it. Yeah. That's another thing. It's just a lot of these companies want that PG-13 to get the kids money and toys.
Did you hear about Jude Law? He spoke out.
I was scrolling through. I saw something about why he turned it down.
Yeah, he just said that he can't envision a British guy being Superman.
As he's in the theaters now watching a British guy being Superman.
Yeah. So at the time, maybe he's like, I don't know. I can't picture myself in the suit.
Was this for Man of Steel?
Yes, it was for the Man of Steel. Bryan Singer.
Oh, Superman Returns.
Superman Returns. Sorry. So
okay.
It was for Superman for the 2006.
Yeah, I couldn't even picture him as Superman.
No.
Weirdly enough, I could picture more Nicolas Cage as Superman than Jude Law.
God, I haven't seen that documentary.
I'm gonna bring that over. We gotta watch that. Okay. It's really good documentary, man.
Yeah. So that was pretty much it. I thought it was funny. I was like, you know how Hollywood is. They always send out roles and scripts to other actors to see who could play such and such roles.
Yeah. Yeah. Scrolling through that, I saw that real quick. I was like, it doesn't seem like whatever.
Well, that's pretty much it, man.
Well, actually, Marvel is gonna make an appearance at San Diego Comic-Con this year.
What?
So they're gonna have like Doctor Strange stuff. They're gonna have, they're gonna be. There's gonna be a bigger presence than there was last year or the year before, because you know how they just now strictly with D23.
Yeah,
right?
Because Disney has their own convention, so why share this information when we can have it at our own place? Which is, I think it's dumb because the fans are there for you guys. So
because it's taking that, it's splitting up their money. Not all of us can go to D23 and San Diego Comic-Con and all these other just individual conventions that are out there.
Right.
So that's what San Diego Comic-Con always was to me. My vision of it was a one-stop shop for everything. Mm-hmm. That's why it's the mecca for all of us. Mm-hmm. It's got the movies, it's got the TV, it's got the comics and the games, and so once D23 kind of pulled all their Disney stuff and Star Wars stuff. Oh yeah, Star Wars convention has their own thing too, and like Marvel kind of pulled out. That kind of bummed me out.
Yeah,
I think it should all be just because that's the big daddy of all the conventions and nerd stuff. So it's cool that they're coming back. I don't think like full force, but just kind of like whatever movie they got coming out this year. It's just Doctor Strange and maybe some TV stuff. Luke Cage and the Defenders that's coming up. So there's that news on that.
And you got what you've done this week so far.
Yeah, again, like I mentioned earlier, just been binging a lot, reading, watching TV, playing video games. So again, like I mentioned, I finished Injustice Year 1. Been reading the Rebirth titles.
Right.
This week was,
God, I got those.
and they're all sold out too. So that's.
I'll just hit up those.
Yeah, we'll have to do another shop hop find. But I read the Green Lantern Rebirth, Wonder Woman, Flash. Flash was amazing. Flash was really good, because it starts off Flash and then halfway through it kind of picks up from where the universe Rebirth was, with Wally.
Mm-hmm.
And explained a little bit about the Watchmen pin.
Oh.
So, just kind of how it got there. But reading that, I watched the premiere of Voltron, the Netflix Legendary Defender.
That was
I watched
awesome.
that
I watched that
pilot
as well.
episode. I
I
told
saw that
you.
with my daughter.
I told you to watch it. So good. I like the cast that they picked for it too. Freaking Glenn from The Walking Dead is one of them. Tyler Labine, he's that fat the jokey guy. And I love I don't know the character's name, but you know how they find that planet and the queen and
Yep.
that dude, that funny dude. I like that guy. He was hysterical in that show. But it was just so cool. Like it really did. I don't remember watching Voltron. I know I had the toys. I grew up I did watch it, but I don't have memories of the show.
I did watch it because of my dad. You know that.
But watching this pilot episode really hit that nostalgia and flashbacks of just having those toys and experiencing what Voltron was as a kid on TV. So it was awesome. I loved it. That's one I'm definitely going to continue and finish watching.
Yeah, that's what I like with that. It's on Netflix, so you can actually binge. You don't forget about it and move on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's only like 10 episodes or so, 10, 11 episodes.
Yeah, the first episode for pilot was 1 hour long.
And the rest are 20, 25 minutes.
But it was good. My daughter
loved
liked it. So yeah,
It was
I liked
super
it.
cool. And then just played just going back and forth between Overwatch and Division. I got back into Division some more.
And you finally figure something out that I've been telling you since day 3.
Yeah.
That I do all the time that actually pulls my attention to the game.
Because again, I was more into playing the story mode of it, and there's not much story mode to this.
No.
It's mission based and upgrading your station, and there is little story bits in between.
Mm-hmm.
But I just continued playing story, going through missions, clearing out each like block or each little town, city block area, clearing the missions and side missions and stuff, upgrading the main base. And I'm currently at level 24.
Okay.
It was around level 20 where I started going through
your gear,
the gear
sets,
and kind of, because all I did was upgrade my weapons throughout this whole time. But then I was like, oh, I could upgrade, like I could use this pair of gloves to upgrade my health or
Correct.
my skill level, but it drops something else, so I can use a different piece of gear, like a pair of boots or something that'll upgrade that tech that went down, and just like mixing and matching and stuff. So I finally got into that.
Yeah.
At like level 20.
God, and that's what I told you I've been doing. Is like I change mods, I change gear, I change everything, tweaking every aspect of it just to make different set rollouts. Like I'll have a Juggernaut mode.
But you're primarily playing Dark Zone stuff, right?
Yeah, man. That's what PvP, man. I enjoy PvP.
I'm going through the main story or main gameplay and clearing out everything. I've cleared out a little more than half the map. I got 3 or 4 left. I got one more safe house to open up to unlock. So
which I'm gonna have to hit you up because I'm gonna do a third character and I'm gonna need you just to
back up,
just be in charge and kill everybody for me so I can just roll and get the score to upgrade certain things.
Yeah, because you upgrade your main base, unlocking those like the medical wing and tech wing and stuff. That helps you unlock more tools, skill sets.
Right.
That'll help you in your Dark Zone stuff. So yeah, whenever you're ready, dude. You gotta get a headset too, because you heard me talking to myself and sneezing the other day.
That's weird, but it's funny because the headset works. If I do a party chat mode, it works well. Like with other players, I'll join their party and clear as day.
Just the earbud headset?
Yeah, clear as day. But in the game, it sounds horrible. I don't know what's going on. In game, it sounds horrible. But if it's party mode,
Dark zone or just party mode?
Party mode.
Okay.
In party mode, it sounds crystal clear.
It's probably then just because I don't know something with the servers or
servers. I have no clue. I really don't know. But yeah, whatever. So get into that.
But I invested in a decent headset, so I would say.
I just gotta pull them out. I got because it's a two-setter where you can work with the PS4 and the PS3 and the Xbox. It's just gotta find the sets.
Why not do it? Why are you lagging on it?
I'm working those night shifts. Those daytimes I have is just knocking out in any free time.
Give the game, set the game aside for 20 minutes. Look for that stuff to get yourself a better setup. Play the game. Give it 10 minutes. Take 10-minute pause.
I do. I will. Also, I finished The Walking Dead, and I was texting you as I was
Season 6, finally.
So God, this is late as can be, but oh my God, it's the best season so far. Honestly,
didn't I tell you?
It's the best season.
Told you.
The score on this season is amazing.
Score on every season. The same guy does it, Bear McCreary.
I think this is the best score he's done.
But each year it keeps getting better and better.
This music on this season was amazing. It's just so empowering.
If you like that little bit, do you watch Fear the Walking Dead?
Just a couple episodes. I haven't really dedicated anything to
You'll like the score on that because the score is actually done by who's partnered up with Trent Reznor on all these movie soundtracks. I forget his name.
Williams something?
No. Bleep, 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 bleep.
Not that pop dude name.
No, I'll look it up in the meantime. But yeah, so season 6, freaking amazing. I told you, right?
Yep.
What about that last episode? Like I described it, it is the scariest episode of the season or of any season.
It just with the music and the pacing, you just felt so, God, not underwhelmed, not overwhelmed, but
you felt
useless.
You felt what they were feeling because
yeah.
around every corner they faced Negan's dudes and down every street.
Powerless.
And what about the last 15 minutes?
Oh my God! When you actually see Negan.
I've said since that episode aired, the scariest episode and the last 15 minutes are the most terrifying that you've ever seen.
Wow. And then he just takes the bat, spoiler, to someone you don't know yet.
Cliffhanger.
Who do you think it is?
At this point, because I've thought about it, because they've gone too much with the Glenn stuff.
It can't go with Glenn because they'll be pointless.
Yeah,
they would kill them off.
It takes away from that loss.
Correct.
Because we almost lost him. We waited 3 weeks to find out.
At this point, I'm like, yeah.
So many close calls with Glenn. I'm afraid to say that it could be Daryl, dude. That's my feeling of it. I don't see much of a loss with Abraham. He's not going to take out Rick. He's not going to take out Carl because he's already said that.
Right.
They can't take out Maggie.
I'm thinking it's Maggie.
If Maggie dies, I will riot.
I think it's Maggie.
If Maggie dies, I'm done with the show.
I think it's Maggie.
No, they can't do that. I'm thinking it's Daryl.
You think it's Daryl?
That's my guess.
Daryl over Maggie.
That's a bigger loss to the show. Maggie's more of a bigger loss to me, personally. Atticus Ross, he's the dude that makes the Fear the Walking Dead soundtrack.
So
Trent Reznor,
I don't know if you heard this. I guess AMC's taking action against this website who all they do is compile information and they do a guess who thinks it's killed off.
Same thing with scrolling through. I saw that they will take legal action if they spoil anything of season 7.
And they don't have anybody in the inside. It's just them doing what we do best.
Which
dissect the whole episode. And with the pattern, they figured out a pattern of how they do the episodes, and they've been correct with their...
Yeah, it's the same thing, too. They're going to film them out of order. Because, like, last season, that whole Glenn mystery thing, I knew the outcome of it because I saw those behind-the-scenes pictures. He was on set with the Jesus character, which came after that whole 3 weeks of missing Glenn. So right. I kept telling everybody, he's fine. I have my sources. He's fine. Trust me. He's still alive. And sure enough, he was. But because I saw that behind-the-scene picture.
It has to be Maggie, man.
It better not,
It has to be Maggie.
It better not.
What if it's Rick?
It can't be Rick.
What if it's Rick?
It can't be Rick, and at some point it should be Rick to really just kind of change the show. To really just kind of... Because because Rick always gets into trouble, and he's going to walk out.
Okay, that's true that. But then if it has to be Rick at some point, then it can't be Daryl. Because who's gonna lead them?
What's the thing?
Michonne?
It could be Michonne. It could
God,
be.
it could be Michonne.
It could be Michonne. Could be Michonne and Carl.
It could be Michonne.
Yeah, but
It's gonna be Maggie or Michonne.
But yeah,
there it is. I said it.
Taking out Daryl now. Oh, who Negan took out?
Negan, who you take out?
No.
It's gonna be Michonne.
I
Michonne
think
or Maggie.
I think a bigger impact right now for the fan base for the show would be Daryl. That's my guess. We'll see what happens in October.
All right. But anyways, what else we got?
Last thing I did this week. Well, not last thing, but I watched Conjuring 2. We were supposed to go watch Warcraft yesterday. But
I was too tired, man. I'm
you
telling
were
you.
exhausted.
And I had to work still that night.
But I got to see Conjuring 2. Loved it, dude. Absolutely love it. I'm a huge horror fan.
Better than the first one?
As good as the first one.
Well, that's all I needed to hear. That's all I needed to hear.
A little issue with the story was like I was a little confused as why this was that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, okay, if you think about yeah, it's fine. It makes sense. But the scares, the spooks were spooky. The freaking 3 entities, ghosts, monsters, freaking awesome. There's one in particular.
No spoilers because I haven't seen it yet.
That dealt with like a childhood type of thingy. Freaking awesome. Freaking creepy. The kids.
Right.
One of the things that really made this is because the kids that they picked, the main girl, she's a great actor. She wasn't that campy horror movie kid that you just annoyed by. She was really good. The acting was really good in this movie.
Remember that movie, Mama?
That was a good one too. I liked it. Up until the end. I was kind of like, this is the way they're going with it. Okay.
I enjoyed that ending. I was like, ooh, yes. Happy-ish.
Yeah, the whole happy-ish kind of like,
yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what they go with it. But I liked it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Conjuring 2, I'd definitely go watch it.
Watching it. Said it. I'm watching it.
There's this painting in the movie that I want to have made for me.
Ooh.
So once you see the movie, you'll see it. You'll probably think I'm a weirdo for wanting it.
No, I mean, you gotta look at. I gotta sell stuff because I have too much of an amazing, crazy collection.
Just get a bigger house.
Oh yeah, once I become a firefighter, let's do this. All right, I think that's it for me, man. I mean, I don't know what else you have.
Good. Well, yeah. There's just so much news with E3, especially.
We'll make an episode. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. This is Los.
Thanks again for listening.
This is
Drew. We'll see you.
Have a good night.